Over the weekend, I was reading a book called The Diary of a CEO, and what I discovered from the book is that the book has what we call the 5 basket theory of success. And looking deep into it, I found out that it is not only written in that book, but whatever was in that 5 basket theory was biblical. So the 5 basket theory has 5 baskets that you as a human being must have to reach your success or your destiny. The basket number 1 was knowledge, basket number 2 was skills, basket number 3 was networks, basket number 4 was resources, and the last one was reputation. Let's dive in. Basket number 1 is knowledge, and I based it on the scripture or biblically. And when you read the book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6, it says, "My people are perishing for the lack of knowledge." So that means if you lack knowledge, you will eventually perish. So you need to have knowledge. And when we talk about knowledge, is what you know and how do you think. That is what is knowledge. So what you know and what you think, or how you think, that is what we call knowledge. And also when you read the book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 5, it says, "Get wisdom, get understanding, do not forget my words." So it means knowledge is the basic thing that leads somebody to his or her success. If you don't have knowledge, you don't know anything, the way you think is compromised, then forget about reaching your destiny or success. Number 2 is skills. And skills simply means what you can do. What you can do. For example, me, I have a skill in public speaking, peer counseling. So what you can do, that is a skill. And when we look at Proverbs chapter 22 verse 29, it says, "Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will serve before kings." So which means your skill can take you far. For example, if you read the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 18, we see the skill that David had, the skill of playing a harp, is what takes him to the palace. So this tells me that if he lacked that skill, he could never be to palace until when he could be a king. But see, he's in palace before a king, and yet he's not yet a king. So that is the basket of skills. So it means you must have skills. So if you don't have skills, forget about becoming successful in life. Basket number 3 is networks. Networks is who you know and who knows you. That is very, very important. Remember, if you have skills, you have knowledge, and you don't know anybody, who will connect you to your destiny? Because networks, now when we talk about networks, is people. Who do you know? Who knows you? You know? So if there is no one who knows you, you don't know anybody, then you'll never reach your destiny, because in life we have destiny connectors, destiny helpers, and destiny locators. Are you getting the point? So you must have those people. And if you read the book of 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 18, you see it is a person who knew David, and that person is the one who connected David to the palace so that he can play a harp. So always remember that those people who know you well, because when you see this person defending David, he's saying that I know a man who is a mighty man of valor, a man who is skilled in playing the harp, and a man who is handsome. Imagine, huyo ni Morio anatetea Morio wake. Then number 4, we have the basket of resources. So that means what you have access to. That it comes in terms of time, it comes in terms of let's say money, wealth, everything that you have access to, that is resources. So if you have resources, then you are entitled to reaching your destiny or becoming successful. For example, if you look in the book of Luke chapter 16 verse 10, it says, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. So if you have your resources, no matter how little they are, if you can be trusted with that resources and make use of them, much can be added to you. Now, the last one is reputation. Reputation is what people think about you when you are not with them. How do people see you, your values, your principles? So that is your reputation. And that is why in this era of social media, we should be very much careful, because you can wake up one morning and your reputation is destroyed. It is no more, because people are moving up and down, destroying other people's reputation. So you must be very, very careful, because the Bible in the book of Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1 says that a good name is more desirable than great riches. So if you are rich, you have a lot of things, but you have a bad name, who will ever want to listen to you? So a good name is more desirable than riches. So always strive to have a good name, you see. So if there is something that you can even strive to leave for your children, is a good name. There are some names, when they are mentioned, doors are opened. Are you getting the point? So I hope I've built you. And maybe if I conclude about reputation, Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 tells us that let your light shine before others, that they may also see your good deeds. So your reputation comes from the good deeds that you do to people around you, people who are close to you. So always guard your reputation. So that is the 5 basket theory of success. So always remember that you must have knowledge, skills, networks, resources, and finally a good reputation to become successful. I hope I've blessed you. Be blessed.